Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about my go bag. This is a 24 to 72 hour urban go bag for those situations where you might lose power, you're flooded in, and you need gear to help you get through that time. So this is the bag that I chose. The contents in it we're going to talk about in depth, why I chose them, what they're going to be used for. I hope you guys like the video, so let's get to it. So this is just your standard MOLLE tactical backpack, and I picked the gray and black because I wanted it to be a neutral color. It says right here on the front, my go bag, but this is removable, so I can rip this off and I can put it in the bag so people around me don't know what it's for. So in case we are in a situation where it's bad, I can take this off and this is just my gear, and people might not think that I have all of the goodies that I have in here, so that we don't get in some type of altercation over the gear that I have in my bag. So this patch, like I said, goes on the front here. It is removable, and I put it in big bold letters, and it's black and yellow. Say I go away and something happens here and the people here need this equipment. I keep this in the same place of the house and everybody knows where it is, so if something happens they can go down to that spot, find my bag, clearly see that that's what it's for, take it, and they can use it to get through that situation themselves. The theme of my go bag is yellow. All of the gear that I have in here is yellow. The reason for that is I've done this in the past where I've gone and I've taken certain things out of my kits to go make a video or to go out on a trip, and I've come back and I forgot to put them in their designated spots. So the next time I go out, I forget this and I go and say I'm going camping and I don't have my fire equipment because I used it when I went out somewhere else. I didn't want that to happen with this kit, so everything in here is yellow. No other kits that I have anything that are yellow in them. It's not a color that I typically use for everything else, so I designated yellow for this bag so that I know that everything in here is yellow, and if these pieces get taken out and I use them and I see them out on my counter or something like that, I know that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be in my go bag, and it goes right back in here and everything is taken care of. It's all in one place. Can't forget it that way. I think that's a really great system to have, and for me it works very well. So let's get into the bag and talk about its contents. The first thing you're going to see here on the outside of my pack is my first aid kit. This is a basic first aid kit. It doesn't get into big traumas, but it will take care of those immediate need. If you have a cut, a scratch, or even a gouge, the things that are in here will take care of that. So I have it clipped onto the outside because I wanted it readily accessible and right there, because if something happens, I don't want to have to dig through my bag. Say I'm bleeding, I don't want to get blood over everything. I want it right there where I can see it, and I also have it on a carabiner so that I can detach it and take it to somebody who might need it. So I have that. This was an REI first aid kit. I packed it with a lot more stuff than what it came with, but everything in here works really well. I'll go through it real quick for you guys. So up in this front pouch, we've got a bunch of different gauze sizes. We've got sunblock, we've got poison ivy and poison oak treatments. We've got band-aids, a lot of finger band-aids in this front compartment. On this side, we've got other types of antibiotic ointments and wound wipes and burn gels. And then we also have some gauze, some medical tape, a thing of Neosporin because Neosporin is amazing. I've got some very small shears here, and I also have this big set of needles for sewing or for stitching and suturing. So that's what I have in my first aid kit. Again, it's very basic, but it can do a lot of different things. Let's put that to the side. Now let's get into the pack itself. So in this front pouch here, we have a lot of different items, and most of these items will go into my pockets when this situation occurs because I want a lot of the things on my person and not just in my bag. The first thing I have here is a small thing of mace for self-defense. I also have that attached to a carabiner with 2 extra hair ties. These can be used to tie up your hair, but they can also just be used as rubber bands themselves, and again, they are yellow. The next thing I have is a small thing of hand sanitizer to take care of your hands. Then I have 2 different types of lighters, both yellow. This is a Bic, this is just a cheap gas station one. They both work, and I've got duct tape wrapped around this one and electrical tape wrapped around this one. So the reason I have 2 is because one of these will go right into my pocket on my person and the other one will stay in my bag. That way, if one of them happens to fail, I have a backup, but also, like I said, if I'm running around doing things and I get separated from my bag, at least I have a way to start a fire on my person. The next thing I have is just a small thing of lip balm, like chapstick. The next thing that I have goes right onto my person. That is my small pocket knife. This is a CRKT knife all metal construction, and this thing is really durable and great for so many different tasks. It also can be used for self-defense if I had to. Not that I would want to, but it could save my life in a situation where somebody approaches me and things go wrong. The next thing is a little bit of eye protection. These are just some sunglasses here. They can protect my eyes, say I'm cutting something and I don't want dust going into my eyes, or they can protect my eyes from the brightness, whether that's the sun or the snow. The last couple items are personal items because, like I said, this is a go bag and it's an urban bag. So I might be in a situation where, say, I'm out near the city or in the suburbs where I live, so I might need these items in an urban situation. If I was out in the woods, these items wouldn't even matter. I would probably just chuck them to the side. Okay, so these are the last two items. I've got a small little coin pouch here with about $7 worth of coins in it. I know coins are kind of getting to be irrelevant in the world, but if this is all that I had or this is all that I could grab, I do have some money that I could maybe go get some food or make a phone call if I find a telephone booth, which, again, I know that those things are rare, but I might be able to do something with that. So I have that form of currency, and then I have a wallet. This wallet has a lot of different things in it. The first thing that it has in it are these little cards here that I wrote up. These have basic information about myself and about Soraya. So like medications that we might be on, medications that we might need, allergies that we have, and then addresses and some phone numbers for people that you might need to contact if something happens to us. I have that written down on both of these little cards in this pouch. The next thing I have is a wad of money. I keep 5 ones, a $5 bill, a 10, and a 20 in my wallet at all times. This is for, like I said, emergencies. If I'm somewhere and I have my bag and I need to get back home, I might need to pay for food, tools, pay somebody off possibly. So I always have some cash in my wallet. And the last thing I have here is an ID of me. It has a photo of me and it has my name and some information on the back of it again. If I don't have my regular wallet, I'm not going to have my license on me, and I didn't want to carry a backup license that was expired, so I got this old ID from an old job that I used to work at. It's basic, it's just a picture of me. You can clearly see that it is me if you held it up and you compared, and again, it has my name on it. So I have that in here just in case. Moving on. Okay, so in this pouch, a lot of the items that were in here actually came from the dollar store. I didn't want to spend too much money on this gear and equipment, but there's a lot of things in the dollar store that actually are very useful and are made pretty well. So in a situation where you might not have running water, face and body wipes are really great to wipe down your body. Maybe you have sweat or dirt or grease or something like that. You can take these and you can use it all over to do a quick little clean. The next thing is my toiletry bag, and I keep this in a Ziploc bag so that none of the contents leak out of it, and also so nothing gets to the contents and ruins them. So I have 2 toothbrushes, one for me that's yellow, one that's green that's Soraya's. I've got some Gold Bond medicated foot powder here, 30 SPF sunblock, small tube of toothpaste, Gold Bond deodorant. This is a 3-in-1 body, hair, shampoo, conditioner, body wash. And then I have this little packet of Tide. This is just a highly concentrated version of soap. If I need to clean my clothes because I come in something that's hazardous or something that ruins my clothes, I could do a quick wash with this. And that's everything in the Ziploc bag. One note about the Ziploc bag is that it's a hefty Ziploc bag. It's got a good lock on it. You can use this not just to carry those contents, but you could use this to collect other things, to hold water. Ziploc bags are very lightweight, but they do have a lot of different uses. The next thing that I have is a notebook. So this is for leaving notes for somebody maybe holding this out to a window with a sign that says help so that you can contact other people that aren't in the immediate area. You could use this to write down things that you don't want to forget. You could also use this to start fires. So I do keep a notebook in my bag. Along with that notebook, I keep 3 different writing utensils. That is this big construction pencil, which I can take my knife, sharpen it down, use it to write with. I also have this little mechanical pencil here, and this is a Sharpie. It's a black Sharpie, it's a fine point, but I put a yellow cap on it so that I know it goes in my bug out bag. The last couple items are some masks here. I've got 2 medical masks, so these are kind of cheap throwaway masks, but they will protect you from things like dust and particles. This is just like a first form of protection. And then I have a heavier duty mask here that I relied on a lot during the pandemic. I bought several of them. You can use this just as is, or I could put that mask, the medical mask, on first and then have this as a second layer. So I keep that in my bag. That's everything in the second pouch here, so let's close it up and move on to the middle compartment. This next compartment has all of my tools in it.